folks, TJ here. I'm getting pretty dang excited about a little project I've been working on. If you're part of my Sinclair Society or 8-Bit Diary Facebook group, I put out a note yesterday, and in less than 24 hours, I've had some pretty good responses back. And what is that project? Well, you know that I created a couple of games in my life. One called Invasion of the Cloud People for my Speccy 48, and then one called Invasion of the Cloud People the Next Storm for my Speccy Next. I've never in my life made a physical copy of any game. I've been chomping at the bit thinking maybe it's time because I've got a nice little, they're all right there actually. I have to count them, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10 Speccy Next games that I've purchased. And I keep looking over at it up on the shelf and I go, you know what? I need a physical copy of my own game. So I went on a little bit of a mission and I thought, okay, let me just make one off for myself that I could stick up on a shelf. And then I started thinking, maybe by making one of anything, it's like eating one potato chip. You just can't do it. So you end up buying 25 cases and you're going to print 25 of this. So because printing one, you can print 25 for, not that much more. Well, quite a bit more, but you get the picture. You don't ever buy one of something. So I put out a note in these groups. If you're not a member and you don't do Facebook, I understand. But we need to have folks that are watching this, if you are interested and you're not in that group and didn't read, a way for you to contact me. So I'll put some, as we chat here, I'll put a note because I went a little couple extra mile. I decided to give my little game a company behind it. Not a company, but just a name that I locked in a domain. And you could probably start formulating in your head, what would TJ name his video game company? I've actually got two names. They go to the same place. Right now, they're just going and forwarding to my YouTube channel because I don't have a website. Will I ever make a website? I don't know. No, I don't know. But what would I have as part of the name of my gaming company? I'll give you a couple seconds. Think what's TJ do all the time? He swears. So, first one, the official one is called youbastardgames.com. And for short, because you can do some fun things with letters, I'm kind of an artsy-fartsy type. Believe it or not, I've got an associate's degree. I know that's not a big degree up on the charts, but it's past high school. It's in junior college, an associate's degree in graphic design. So I do have a artsy-fartsy side. So youbgames.com is the secondary one. Both go to the same place, but you'll see when you look at a future logo, you could do fun things with 4 letters versus spelling out You Bastard Games. But I've decided to I'll step it up a notch. If I'm going to make my own game up on a little mantle, I'm going to give it a name, an official website you can go to that just forwards to YouTube right now because that's where my main presence is. And then what I've been doing, I'm going to make a physical copy. So with physical copies of Speccy Next games, the standard is a DVD size case with a little input that you put your SD card, because Speccy Next is basically an SD card computer. Sure, you can feed in a cassette, but it's a little bit more hokey dokey. That's meant for the older Speccies. Newer Speccies, it's an SD card. So make a DVD size type of case, and you're going to have some art that you're going to put in said case, and you're going to have to put a little art on the SD card, and maybe make a little booklet, and some secret things that I'm planning on doing. Because I don't want to spill all the beans yet. I'm going to make a future video. It's going to take me a month or two because I got to collect all this stuff. So I got to make it. But I have made a partial of, and I'm going to show you right now, of what I've been up to. And I only did it on my home printer, so it's a little hokey. But it's going to be a physical copy. And this is not even the official, I've tweaked this since printing this out, but I didn't want to waste ink until I finalize it. But it's getting pretty damn close. A DVD size case that has Invasion of the Cloud People, the Next Storm. It'll even have a little printing on the backside, naturally, on what it's about. It's going to have a side that's going to show, I don't know if this is even focusing in, hopefully it is, a side that says what it is. And I even have the number, and you can't see it, but it says ZXTJ 0001 because it's the very first game I'm ever publishing. It's not an official next authentication. It's just something I'm making for myself. But I may make some extras in case people are interested. So then you open up said case. Now, I haven't done anything in here yet. I'm still working on it, but you'll see there's a little spot for the little SD card case. I've got to create a sticker for this. I've got to create a booklet. Right now, the inside is just white. Do I do double-sided? It's double the price. Everything escalates. It's not cheap making this kind of thing. A one-off that you do on your home printer is one thing, but going down to the print shop and getting them to print, say, 25, 50, 100 copies of anything, costly. So, I've been working hard. I've been learning the GIMP. I mostly use Ubuntu for work stuff, and then I use Macs and iPads here. So in GIMP, I created this case. Well, the art that goes behind it. And I think it's pretty damn nice, if I say so myself. You got to be proud of what you make, right? So I've been working on this. So I thought, okay, in my Facebook groups, I'm going to... Did I start this recording? Yes. Okay. So in my groups, if you're not a member, I'll put the links down below. I would recommend joining them because the main way to communicate with me, other than on YouTube videos, you can say, hey, nice video, or you suck, or whatever. You can, give me kudos, but I'm not going to collect any data there. It's just too difficult. It's too hard. YouTube is sporadic in terms of what I can and can't see. So if you want to communicate with me, I recommend joining either the Sinclair Society Facebook group or the 8-Bit Diary group. Both are computer related, and I put a poll there, and the poll basically spells out if I make more than one of these, the credentials, because the credentials it is expensive to ship international. And most people that are following me, this is a specky game. There are some people in the United States, shipping won't be astronomically crazy. So I expected a few, United States blokes to say, sure, I'll buy a copy from you. Not a big deal. So I put all the specifics, what I think the price may be, and the issues that you can run into. For example, for me to ship a DVD from me to Canada, my neighbors up north, with no insurance, no tracking, is about $17. That's shipping alone. That doesn't include the bubble wrap envelope, me driving in the town and picking up said envelope, because I live in the sticks. I've got to waste a couple of gallons of gas to go buy this stuff. All this stuff adds up. So shipping alone internationally is crazy high. Shipping into the United States can be dirt cheap. Sometimes. Shipping outside of the USA is astronomically stupid. $17 shipping alone to ship this without tracking, without insurance. If you want to insure it, $30.50 to Canada. So you get up to $50 insurance and tracking. Who's going to do that? There may be a few people because they're collectors. They want to have a signed copy. There's some fun things I'm going to do with this. And it's going to be a limited number. I'm not in this business, right? I'm just a bloke that made a game. I'm going to print one up for me, but okay, I needed to buy a few extra cases. Let's do it. It's ending up a little bit more. So I just posted this message yesterday in my groups. I already have 23 people saying, yes, I would buy, even stipulating those stupid costs to ship it internationally and all that stuff, because it's kind of a one-time deal. I'm going to sign the inside of the cover someplace. There'll be some special things that go inside here. It's going to be just a fun, if you're a fan of the game or just like what I do, it's kind of a one-time deal. I don't think I'll make these forever, but I don't know. I never say no to anything, but odds are I'm going to make probably more than 25 now, because 23 people already said they want it. I'm going to keep 3 copies for myself. Why 3? One to put up on the shelf that I don't touch. One that I can use in videos and open up and kind of play with. And one that's a traveling edition that I can take with me someplace. If I ever go to the United Kingdom and go to Crash Live or something, I'll take one with me, right? So and 3 is a magic number in my family. 7 is too. So I just wanted to make 3. So 1, 2, and 3 will be for me. Number 4 will go to somebody special that has been a Invasion of the Cloud People specialist, a captain for a while. And then everything above that will just be whoever buys it. I'm going to keep a list numbered. So this person got 4, this person got 5, and so on. So I already know if they buy them. Right now, this wasn't an official you're buying list, but I need to kind of know generally how many people are really interested, because I'm going to buy some cases and stuff, and I don't want to have 100 extra cases, that's going to suck. But if I have a handful of extra cases, no big deal. So I'm collecting some basic information. And I've already got, between my 8-Bit Diary group and Sinclair Society Facebook group, 23 people that said, yeah, I'd like to get one. So right now off the bat, I've already got a box down here, you can't see, of 25 of these cases. I have in transit to me from China, Alibaba, 25 4GB SD cards. Okay, that's adding up quickly. The money's being thrown out there for 25 things I may never depart with. And then I've got to create all this. And so I've been working hard. Really, for the last week, I've been fine-tuning. And this is not even the official version yet. I've done some tweaks and adjustments. I've got to print one of these professionally. I've got to print the inside booklet professionally. Do I do two-sided on this inner cover with it being twice the price? Do I print out little SD card stickers? Do I add another printed thing that would go in here that I'm not going to say yet? And so on. And then I've got to make the SD card and put all the stuff on there. And I have some fun things I'm going to add to this SD card that I think will be unique to me, to my style. So yeah, it's been fun. But at this point, I've already exasperated. Is that a word? Exasperated. I'm going to have to go Google that. I've already, if people really do buy them, I've already blown through my first 25. So I'm going to have to buy another 25 cases and 25 more SD cards and so on. So if you are not part of my Sinclair Society Facebook group or 8-Bit Diary, or are and haven't chimed in there yet, go there. There's a poll. Click on yes or no. And if yes, give me a couple of tidbits down below on your remarks. And if it's no, same thing. At this point, it was really more of a yes poll. If you're interested, tell me yes, and I'll put you down kind of on a semi-official list. So, join the groups. If you're not part of Facebook and don't want to be, so my two URLs, youbastardgames.com or UB Games, so it's YOUB Games, gotta sneeze.com. If you send an email to info@ or TJ@ either one of those, I'll get an email and send me an email and I'll put your name. Just say, hey, yeah, I'm interested in getting your physical copy of your game. So then I can really see if I really need to get another 25 of everything. I'm going to doubt it, but you never know. So at this point, maybe it will be a magic 50 total that I make in my life. And so it'll be a fun experience. Why did I do this? I wanted the experience of, I made a game, made 2 games. Let's make a fun physical of it. So on this SD, you're going to, I get the experience buying cases, buying SD cards, making the SD card, making the SD card work, making the art. I'm doing this all myself and just having fun. And then if I have extras, I was going to say, okay, yeah, I'll sell you one and go for it. I'm getting a little bit more folks saying, yes, they'd be interested. So that's cool. But more work for me. And it'll be a limited thing. And at the same time, like I said, I'm going to personalize each one in a way that's going to take me more time. So I don't have an order list. You can't go to someplace and order it. It's going to be, okay, I've got 25 copies ready. Here's, art. Do you want one for sure? Send me your name. You're on the list. Then I'll email you a PayPal invoice to pay. You pay, I mail, and then you make your own video about, hey, I received TJ's game in the mail. It was fun, and I watched it, and yay. That's it. That's all I'm doing for this, and it's the experience of going through the motions. So I don't expect more than 50. At this point, I think I could do the initial 25. If some of those people back out, maybe that's all I do forever. But hopefully, there's a few people from watching this video. Again, if you're not on the Facebook groups, join. If you don't want to join Facebook group, you can send me an email through either one of those channels. I'll put links down below. Or if you want to support what I'm doing here with my YouTube channel, you can join my Patreon, which you have more of a one-on-one. When you're a Patreon member, you can actually message me there. I can message you there. I message my Patreons periodically with Happy Spring or Happy Christmas or how you doing today. I just personalize things and just kind of have fun with it. So through Patreon, since they're paying per month to be on there, I try to make that a little bit more of a special area that gets my attention a little bit quicker. And then if you post notes down in the YouTube thing, I'll see them, and I respond to most of them. But sometimes YouTube will not put comments because they think you're swearing. who does that, and stuff like that. So you don't want to be on my official list through YouTube. So join one of these other areas, either my Patreon, if you want to help support the channel, or for free, you can send info at or TJ at youbastardgames.com or ubgames.com, or join for free the Facebook groups. Chat with me there. I'm on daily, and I have just a fun time doing the silly things that I'm doing. So anyway, this whole video was about, I'm making one for me for sure, because, I mean, technically I'm getting, halfway done now. I've got the cover basically done. Now I got to make the SD card sticker. I got to make the booklet with the instructions, and I'll end this with what's on the SD card. Well, my games are available at my itch account. If you're familiar with what I've been doing, they're donationware, basically make your own offer. If that offer is, I don't want to pay you diddly squat and grab the game, well then so be it. Or, hey, you did a nice job there. Send me a few dollars through itch, and it all adds up and it helps me do these things on my channel. And so Patreon is a fun thing to do. SD card, what's it going to have on there? Well, on my itch account, and that's where I was going with this, I have my original game, Invasion of the Cloud People, for the Speccy 48. I have the game for my next. I call it the 3/4 done demo. Am I adding more? No, not today. This is strictly me making a physical copy of what I've done to date. So the game is definitely for the Invasion of the Cloud People, the Next Storm, a 10-level game now. It's a lot of fun. I've only had one person message me back proof with a video and pictures that they've won. I have another friend that said he won, but he didn't take a picture, so I don't believe him. And I've drunk with him, drunk. Well, I've been drunk with him too, because he goes to the Ami West shows with me. He said that he did it, but he didn't take a picture, and I don't believe him. So he's got to show proof. I don't know if anybody else has ever played it through, but the 10 levels that's there are, you get towards the end and it gets pretty difficult. Will I ever make additional 3 levels that I originally thought for the game? Maybe. So one day if I do, it'll probably just be thrown up on my itch account where you can grab it, slap it on the SD card, and then you'll be 100% complete. But for now, I'm calling this game done because I just don't have the brain power right now in my mind to add to it. It's going to take some time and me wanting to do it. So anyway, I'm putting my existing games in a physical form. Then I'm going to add some stuff on top of that. There's this, I don't want to spoil it yet, but there's some fun things you can do on the Speccy next, especially the Kickstarter version 2. And I think with an upgrade, you can do it on the Kickstarter 1 via updating your core and such. I've still got to investigate it, but there's something you can do on it that's cool. I'm going to add some of those cool things to the SD card. And there's some other things I'm going to consider putting on the SD card as well. It's a 4 gigabyte, which is a lot. Most of the games, I mean, I think my Speccy Next came with a 1 gigabyte card. So it's a 4 gigabyte card. I'm going to throw some extra goodies on the card. Make it worth your time, your money spent. And anyway, so that's it. Hopefully you've endured this video. Again, there's channels for you to reach out to me. I love folks joining the Sinclair Society or 8-Bit Diary Facebook groups, but I understand not everybody's in the Facebook. So you can email me, or you can help support my channel by joining Patreon and have more of a one-on-one connection with me there, because we can message each other and stuff like that. So anyway, thanks for watching the video. Physical copy, at least one for sure. I'm still not 100% gonna do this, but I probably will, since 23 people have said they would like to grab a hard copy of this. So thanks for watching. Bye.